So this is actually the earliest that I've ever recorded anything on my camera. The sun is actually peeking through my curtains, and that's never a thing, so I had to make a lot of adjustments to not make me go blind. What's going on, everybody? How are you doing? This is going to be an update to let all of you guys know what I have planned for the next following months as we approach summer. I feel like it's been a while since we sort of talked, one on a camera, I guess. So we're going to keep this casual. I know when it comes to update videos, some people are a little aloof. You like to just skip through it. Some of you guys already have a different tab open and you're just listening to me, and that's totally cool. Quickly, just to go over what I'm going to talk about, and then you can decide for yourself if you want to stay, though I recommend you do. I'm going to quickly talk about the future of this channel, my Let's Play channel, my Twitch channel, some other stuff regarding that all around, as well as convention details for the following months. So stay tuned, here we go. So first and foremost, I want to thank everyone for getting me past 150,000 subscribers. Just saying it sounds very crazy. That is a whole lot of people, and it's something where I try not to think about the numbers too much. Once I hit 100,000, it was like, oh man, that's awesome. That's obviously a huge milestone, and now I try not to get so soaked up in the numbers, because now when these milestones happen, I'm typically already working on stuff, so I'm just going to continue working on stuff. I passed that milestone when I was working on the Mario videos, and I was like, oh cool, back to work. But it's still awesome, and I don't want anyone to think otherwise, and I appreciate every single one of you. We're gonna keep going strong. Maybe when 200,000 comes along, I'll do something special. I don't know. But one thing I do want to announce, and it's basically finally time for a change. I have to give major thank you to the artist Tor Kirby, T-O-R Kirby. He is the person who did my avatar artwork that's been on my thumbnails and my icon and stuff like that. And I was taken aback by how long it's been, but it's been almost 3 years now since I've been using that artwork, and he does a lot of really good stuff. Obviously a lot of Kirby stuff, so you should go check him out. But I figured it was time for a change. So very recently, I just got it done and I posted a little preview of it on Twitter. This is going to be the new artwork I'm going to be using going forward, and the style may seem very familiar to you. I want to make sure I get his last name right, because it's a unique last name. I commissioned, his name is Kevin Figaragan. I think that's, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but the links will be in the description below. And you may know him as the guy who has basically been making most of the shirts on the Yeti website. A lot of Crash Bandicoot stuff, Ape Escape stuff, just a lot of these old platformers from back in the day. He just makes a lot of awesome designs. If you have seen my Ratchet & Clank shirt, that's him. So he did my new artwork, and I think it looks awesome. So you're gonna see it in thumbnails and stuff very soon. I'm gonna retire the old stuff. Again, major thank you to Tor Kirby. It was time for a change, and it looks awesome. So thank you so much. Good stuff. Next up, I want to quickly talk about something new that I'm going to be adding to my Patreon. And before people go, oh boy, some more Patreon chat, hold on, some of this may be interesting. One thing that I have lost the ability to do as my numbers grow is really communicate with a lot of fans out there, because I just get inundated with questions all the time from every single outlet that I have out there, whether it be Twitter or YouTube or even streaming. So the big way that I've been using Patreon is really just to say, hey, this is the video that I'm working on next. What I'm going to be adding now, and some people have asked me about this, is I'm going to be adding a Discord server at the base $1 Patreon tier. It would be interesting to open it up to the public, but there are too many people out there, and it would honestly get kind of dragged down, I would think. At the $1 level, it seems like things would be okay, and I use Discord all the time, and it would be a good way to set up multiplayer games with other people, make friends with other people. I don't want it to be solely about me, but obviously I'm going to be in there answering questions and stuff like that, making a bit of a little community there, and then of course I'll relay more information about video stuff in there as well. So if that sounds interesting to you, link in the description below. Let's move away from the Patreon stuff and get to the actual content stuff. So before I talk about my main channel, let me quickly talk about my Let's Play channel, because those of you who have been following that know that I've been on a bit of a hiatus for a while. The last couple of Let's Plays that I did, I really felt forced. Obviously, it was my own doing, but I was really feeling like I was forcing myself to get those playthroughs out there as I'm working on other stuff. And the only reason I'm talking about it now is because I'm making an update video anyway. At the current moment, I don't have any specific day for when stuff is going to be coming back. However, there will be content in the future, in the near future. I'm not saying that channel's dead, and I have nothing recorded at the moment, but there will be stuff along the way, down the pipeline. If you are interested in Let's Plays, I've done Crash Bandicoot, Kirby stuff, a couple of ROM hacks. I want to fill that channel up more in the future. Just at the moment, not so much. But if you want to go and check it out, by all means. For all I know, when I get that stuff back up and going again, I'll make another announcement. But for now, my main focus as a secondary form of content has been streaming on Twitch. Now, some of you guys have already been watching me the couple times that I've streamed on there, and that's awesome, but I want to make a nice formal announcement now, in that coming soon, I want to start streaming on a bit of a schedule. No planned dates at the moment, but at least once and hopefully twice a week. And maybe when July comes around, I want to start doing that. I've had a lot of fun streaming so far, and people seem to really enjoy it. That's another good chance I get to answer a few questions here and there. And it just seems like a really good time. Links to both the Let's Play channel and the Twitch channel down below, along with everything else. And now the main reason why you're all here, the main channel, what's going to be going on here. And I will just quickly reassure everyone out there that I have plenty of ideas. I'm not running out of steam anytime soon. With the stuff that I have written down, I could last the rest of this year and a couple months into next year. Totally fine. No worries. You're going to see a lot of stuff that's continuing from previous ideas. A lot of direct sequels to previous videos. Like, you're going to see more ROM hack stuff. Even though I've covered every Kirby game, there will be more Kirby content in the future. I have plenty of ideas. You may think there's not much left to talk about with Kirby, right? You're wrong. I have plenty of videos. I just don't want to go crazy and flood my my video feed with Kirby stuff, because that wouldn't be good for anybody. I think I need a little bit of diversity. That's why I did the Mario month. That was a new idea, and I got to talk about Mario videos, Mario games for a little while, and that was really fun, and I'll continue that next year as well. So, I have a lot of stuff, and I don't like giving specifics, because I like to keep some stuff a little bit of a surprise. Though I will say, if you've been watching me for a long time, I'm working on a video now that is a continuation of previous ideas, and if you are to consider a video game that is releasing very, very soon, you could start placing little points here and there as to what I'm working on, but that video will be out by the end of the month. And two announcements I want to quickly also mention in regards to upcoming videos. For one, I will finally, for the first time ever, be covering E3. I've not done any proper coverage of E3 before. I've always just taken it and then posted little snarky comments on Twitter, which people really love. But while I'm not going to do live reactions, I'm thinking I'm going to cover the Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo events, and we'll see how that goes, because I genuinely love E3, so I would like to project my love of it to everybody else, so we'll see how that goes. And then also, I want to quickly talk to the Kingdom Hearts fans out there, because I know I've been letting you down. I did not intend for this retrospective to go on for over a year and a half, but I also didn't think that Kingdom Hearts 3 would be releasing past 2017. How foolish was I for thinking that, huh? So I will just quickly say, I am working on Birth by Sleep right now. It is not the next video, but I am working on it. I got all the audio recorded, got all the gameplay recorded. There will be only one more video after that, which is going to talk about Dream Drop Distance, as well as the mobile game. That'll all be in one video. And I have all that gameplay recorded as well. It's just a matter of working on it. It's only 2 videos. I want to get them out by the end of August. And the reason why it's taken so long this year is because I wanted to get them out earlier, but as many of you guys are aware, YouTubers were hit pretty bad in April in terms of advertisers pulling out of YouTube, and a lot of YouTubers' revenue just got cut, like, drastically. And the reality is, while I do enjoy talking about Kingdom Hearts, those videos get substantially less viewership than the other ones. So, and they take longer to put out because they're longer videos. So more work for less viewers for already less payback. It didn't make sense to work on it at that moment. But things are getting better. Things are pretty good right about now. So that's why I'm totally fine with working on BBS. It's just not the primary video right now. So that covers basically my main channel. Kingdom Hearts fans, you're covered. ROM hack stuff coming soon. I got plenty of ideas. 2017 is going to be a good year. We're only halfway done, and I've already put out like 2/3 of the video output I put out last year. So things are looking really good. And finally, I want to announce the 3 conventions that I'm going to be going to by throughout the summer, because I know a lot of you guys are interested in where I'm going to be. So here's your chance to find out. I'm going to be returning to Too Many Games at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks, Pennsylvania from June 23rd to the 25th. Now, this is honestly one of my favorite conventions of the year, run by awesome people, ton of video games you can buy. One would say too many games. Ha 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 ha. A lot of YouTubers are going too. You can check the link in the description below. I can't even begin to list names because there are so many people that are going to be there. I will say too, I'm going to have my own panel, and it's going to be based on Sonic ROM hacking. That should be a hell of a time, and along with me is going to be Some Call Me Johnny, Matt, the guy who runs Tails channel, and Gilly the Kid. So that should be a really fun time, and apparently it takes place directly after the Roast of Sonic the Hedgehog panel. And alongside all that, Crush 40 is going to be there, doing a concert. This convention is going to be insane, so I highly recommend you go. It's going to be an awesome time, guaranteed. There's too many games. Second one I'm going to be going. I'm talking too fast. I apologize. Second convention I'm going to is Con Bravo at the Hamilton Convention Center in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, from July 28th to the 30th. Now, in comparison to Too Many Games, Con Bravo is also awesome, but it's very chill. It's nice and relaxed. You go, you buy a couple of video games, you sit in the console room. They had Mario Strikers last year, and that was awesome. A lot of other YouTubers are going to be there too. Again, I won't even begin to list names because there are so many people. And you can also eat poutine. It's cool for me because I never get out of the country, like, ever. Canada last year was my first time. This is my second time. And once you get used to seeing French all over the place and some really, really good poutine, Canada is an awesome place. The convention is really awesome. Highly recommend you go. Don't currently know my panel status in terms of Too Many Games. Of Con Bravo. But follow me on Twitter, and I will be posting updates when the time gets closer. And finally, this is my first time going to this convention, the Game On Expo at the Phoenix Convention Center in Phoenix, Arizona from August 11th to the 13th. This is run by a YouTuber, Gamester81. Really awesome guy I met at Retropalooza, I think it was back in April, and really cool dude, and this is going to be, from what I assume, a very retro gaming based convention, obviously with a lot of retro games to buy, much like the other two, but also a lot of people from the industry are going to be there as guests. People who have worked with Atari and ColecoVision, artwork for a lot of those guys, and even voice actors and actresses. The only one that comes to the top of my head right now is Clementine from the Walking Dead video game, and that's really awesome. Again, don't really currently know my panel status. I think it's going to be a Q&A, but follow me on Twitter, you'll get the update there, and all of the links will be down below. There are so many YouTubers in this field that some are going to be here, some are going to be there. I could spend 20 minutes just talking about every single one, but if you're interested in who's going, definitely check out the links below. I think that covers it. So yes, that was going to cover it. I know this was a bit long-winded, but I had a lot of information that I had to get out to you guys. Let's do the Cliff Notes version. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter. That'd be nice. You get to have updates also, as well as a lot of snarky comments. E3 videos are coming very, very soon. E3 is this week. Oh my god. Conventions, that I'm going to. I think that's it. Yeah. I think it's too early, man. It's too early for this stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch y'all next time. Bye-bye.